just checking in for the 2:15 ferry. Thank you so much. So excited. Who is ready for a little adventure? It is 1:30 in the morning. I am going to somewhere that I've never been before. I am so giddy right now. Me, my trusty bike, my trusty Patagonia, and a great route for the ride. See you in a little few hours, bikey. Oh, that nice man saw me waving goodbye to my bike. It's like, what a loser. It's 1:59 AM and I'm just wondering about. Good night. I'll see you in a couple of hours. Good morning. 6 AM. Ooh, short, but I had plenty of deep sleep. Let's go. I am excited to get back ready. Ready? Ready for a little adventure? Mile of Man day out. Let's go. Okay. I need to take a picture of that because that looks. I'm going to be stopping so much today. Like, there's no rush to get around. It is literally just about having a bit of fun. I think at the very start of these adventures, like, my biggest excitement is because I don't know what I'm going to see or how it's going to smell or what it's going to feel like or what it's going to sound like. I just love going to new places. You know, I like climbs, but today I've got 14 and I'm about to do my first one. A couple of things that I've noticed about Isle of Man, I've ridden 2 climbs here, is it's so quiet and peaceful. I don't know if it's just because it's early, but it's so pretty and quiet. The other thing, it is quite hilly, which I like. I've not seen any sheep yet though. I've been scouring all the fields like, come on sheepies. I spy. Hi sheepies! God, look at that view. I don't know if you can see like the top of the church, the sun and then the sea behind it. I love this place already. There's like pretty beaches and really steep hills. I've just come down a really steep, I think it was called Minorca. This is Laxey Beach. So if any of you know the Isle of Man, you'll know the climb that I just came down. And now I've got to go up the other side, which I think is going to be pretty steep too. Oh, it just smells proper seaweedy and like seasidey. And before we get any further into this adventure, I just want to kind of define what like my terms or like what I define like an adventure, and that's for me is like going somewhere new, somewhere that you don't know, or just going somewhere that like actually excites you, that you're just really excited about going. And for whatever that reason that might be, there might be a nice beach, there might be a nice tree, there might be nice sheep, there might be, I don't know, I just feel like adventures don't need to cost loads of money, you don't need to go really far away. This is going to be all done for me in 24 hours and it's probably going to cost me, I think it was £60 for the ferry, £3.80 for that bargain, that breakfast, £3.80, and then like maybe just like a drink later on. And I will talk about how when I'm going somewhere new, how I plan the route, like how I know where to go, how I know what to do. Look at that little beauty. I've just sat behind this wall because it is quite windy and I want you to be able to hear me. I want to actually chat to you because I want to confess something to you, and I want to tell you because I think it will help some of you, but I'm a little bit embarrassed to talk about it, so be kind to me. Basically, like when I come on like these adventures, I really do love them, and the thing that I like about them, I love the planning, I love being out just somewhere that I don't know, on roads that I don't know, on climbs that I don't know, and a lot of it I like doing it on my own. Like I love going around, don't get me wrong, I love going on adventures and rides with other people, but I do love doing these things solo sometimes. And I think it's because, and this is the thing I'm embarrassed about, when I first started riding, it was absolutely not the case. It was the complete opposite. And I would only ever want to go out with other people so that I would trust their route planning. When I started riding and I was trying to get better at hills, I would literally ride up the same hill on my street, just up and down. And I'm like, what was I thinking? There was all these amazing roads, but I was just too cautious because I didn't want to go too far away and get lost because my navigation is not great. I didn't want to go and get on a climb that was way too much for me, and so I would just avoid it, and I would just kind of either go on rides with other people or just ride the same hill near me. I'd loved going on adventures. I've always loved that, but solo ones and trusting my own abilities to do it was just not, it just didn't happen. I saved up so long. I bought a Garmin Edge 1000 so that I could plan and plot routes and be able to do things on my own. And honestly, this is why I want to share it, because having that unit, having that tool to be able to plan and trust myself, and it just totally changed. It just built my confidence. It totally changed my riding. It made me go on adventures, and then being able to trust a device like that and being able to plan things just made me so much more adventurous. And I kind of wanted to share that because, and it is embarrassing saying that, like, someone, maybe if you've not followed me for very long, you'll just see me going on adventures and not necessarily worrying on doing things on my own. But it wasn't. I was honestly the complete opposite. And I think sometimes I kind of want to remind people of that, because if any of you are thinking, oh, I wish I could do that, but I'm too nervous to go on my own, or I don't want to do this, or there's too many things that I'm worried about, I want to be the one to help give you that confidence to do it. So I'm going to show you later in the video how I plan and plot the route. So if routing is the thing that you're worried about, then I can do that, no problem. Because routing for me and planning the route is like, it's half the fun of it. It really, really is. Like, I absolutely love route planning. If you don't like route planning, actually on Garmin's there's a really good feature where you can just put, like, from where you're stood, or you know, wherever, if you rock up in somewhere and you go to somewhere new, you can just do, like, it's called like round route. I can't remember what it's called, but you can put a distance in it. It will just plot you a couple of different options of doing like a circular route from where you are, and it'll bring you back to the start. Also, what I will say is that it is a really nice, I don't know, like a full circle moment, because having saving up from buying my first Garmin like head unit, cycling unit, it did give me so much like confidence, and it did change my cycling. So it's so nice now that they now support me, and I'm like, what? Garmin, like Garmin that have done so much, and I just love their products, love them, and the navigation on them is just 10 out of 10. And do you know what else that I think is really good? That any of the units that you have, so the 1040 Solar, which is like the top of the range, amazing, do it all head unit, is the same navigation as, say, the 540. All the other units in the Garmin range are all using the same navigation system, so they all pull from the same thing. So the navigation is as good on all of them. So if you are feeling like you want some encouragement to explore, I'm your girl. I can help you and encourage you and share what has worked for me. So let's go. Let's go around the island. Woo, 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 woo. It's a little bit windy, I don't know if you can tell, but the wind is like going this way, I'm going that way. And I've had that since the last, I don't know how far, it's felt like a long time. And it's also felt like I've been riding in mud because the headwind has been so strong. And so on that, I'll just be honest with you, like, I feel like I've not brought enough food, so I need to go and find a shop and get some drink. And I thought I would just share what I do on rides if this happens and I don't always plan well, because this is the thing, planning routes, navigating routes, you can plan everything, but sometimes you do just need to just do stuff as and when you go. Navigation, search, and there's so many search tools. So bike shop, repair, toilet, shop, no convenience, jewelry shop, and post office. Right, let's go to the shop. Good morning, sheepies! Garmin's also telling me I've got an eat alert. I know, I'm trying to get food. I planned in a food stop about 100k, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine till then. Yeah, I misjudged that. Please be open. That was actually like so close on the route, and I'm not going to go back on the route, I'm just going to cut through this way. So I just put the route back on, and then is that pink line? That's my route, so I'm just going to go and join it up this way. Got a 3k climb now. It's so steep. You can see, oh shit, look at it up there. I'm still on this climb, but look at the view. Okay, I'm really excited because I've just come around this corner and this climb looks so steep, but look, there's little sheepies. Because you've got like all the pretty like seafront that feels really holiday-y. And there's like seagulls, it just feels like a proper seaside place, like a really pretty seaside place. And you've got all this like proper steep, hilly, mountainous like wilderness. It's a little bit gravelly. I've just been descending down here and look at this view. This is what, to me, this is what life is all about, like just getting out and enjoying like nature, and just the simplicity of me being on my bike with just a bit of food in my bag and just appreciating like this moment now. Like I know we all have to work, but I think so many of us get like bogged down and just work, and I don't know. I know we've got serious stuff. A lot of us have got serious things to deal with, but I just think we should all get out and just do this as much as we possibly can, because I don't think I feel happier than when I'm doing this. You know, you're cyclists as well, you get this feeling, but it's just so good. And knowing that I've got all day just to take as long as I want, stop where I want, chat to you when I want. This is your message to go and plan a little adventure. I don't even care how big or how small it is. Even if it's just driving to the next county next weekend and doing a route that you've never done. And just thank you so much for making this my job. And God, I just never ever ever take it for granted that I get to do this. Oh, look how green this is. I can't believe the girl that was like riding up and down that bloody same hill is now doing this, and like it's her job. Like what? How? I just don't. I think so many of us don't give ourselves credit when it's due, and I feel like I've done good, and I'm proud of myself. Oh, there's some gravelly. I'm actually really proud of myself of like pushing myself to do things that weren't necessarily things that were easy for me to do. So I'm sure you've all done the same, and things that you forget that you've overcome, and done things that you are proud of. So a little pat on the back for you. Hey sheepies. I'll give you a little pat on the back. The headwind is just, it's getting a bit much now. It's taken me so long to do this. I think I've done about 100k. Made it to the beach, and I don't care what anyone says, right? I don't care what the weather is. If you're British, you sit on the beach and you have your snacks. I'm not actually on the beach, but how pretty this is. While I sit and have this, I will show you how I plotted the route and how I found everything, and like how I knew I wanted to come here and where the shop was and all that kind of stuff. So how did I plan the route? So I went on Garmin Connect on the web browser, and this is free for anyone to create routes on. It's actually a really good route planner. I just put in my location, so Isle of Man, and actually if you click nearby courses, there's loads of different courses that other people have created around there, so that might be a good idea to give you some inspiration. I actually had a look through these and I was like, ooh, I found the Isle of Man Gran Fondo, so I was like, I might steal some of that route for my ride, which is what I did. So I created my own course. I was starting off in Douglas, and then what you can see here is on the drop down menu you can have terrain selected, so it tells you where all the hills are, and also I'm just double clicking on the toggle for climb so you can see where all the climbs are. This is perfect for a climb lover like me. If you want to go to the climbs, if you don't like them you can avoid them. So yeah, I'm just starting there at Douglas, and then the purple lines you can see are the most popular routes that cyclists take in that area, so I'm just going to follow that, weave it around some of the hills, and that's how I created the route. That was the lighthouse. I was like, I want to go to the lighthouse, and then yeah, I just basically followed the Gran Fondo route just on this little section, so I was like, they're going to know some good hills, and then from there I just looked wherever it looked particularly hilly And so then I went to the very south of the island as well. I went to the very bottom point and then just routed it straight back to where I started. And then once you've done that, you just basically save it and store it on the bottom left. Open Connect on your phone, and that has then auto synced. And then all you do is basically export it and send it to your unit. So I'm sending it there, Edge 1040 Solar, ready to roll. As soon as I open my Garmin and connect them, that route is there on, ready to use. And now I'm literally going downhill. I think it's about 2 and a bit K. Downhill to the very lowest point of the island, and I've got to climb all this way back up. But look how beautiful this is. So this is the very bottom part of the island of Isle of Man, and it is so pretty. But actually, really quickly now, I will just quickly go through a few of the, well, all of the head units, just so if you are wanting one and you're like, oh, which one do I get? So the 130 plus, I would say if you are wanting one just for training, that you don't necessarily need like a really big map, because that's only breadcrumb trail. Or you do a TT and all you want to do is just see power numbers, but it is small. So if you're wanting something with really detailed maps, that is not the one for you. But if you're wanting something just for power, then that is amazing. If you are wanting one with just maps, so maps for obviously navigating, but you don't want any of the training features, so you don't want to have training plans. There's no like way of putting training plans in there to follow as you're riding. So if you are solely wanting just a really big screen, all the map functions, that is going to be incredible. And I think it's 250. So, and I kind of feel like that's like a real dark horse of like all the Garmin head units. If you were wanting the training and the navigation, you've got the 540, which is buttons. But if you're wanting one with touchscreen, then the 840 is the one that you would want. They both come in solar as well. Then if you want like the all singing, all dancing, you can get 1040 solar, which is the big screen, training, navigation, solar. And yeah, like I say, it's got a big screen, but there are so many different ones out there, and I hope that hasn't helped narrow it down. And I'll just quickly tell you a couple of the things that I really like on the navigation side of it. So the main one is, and this is when I'm not feeling so great, is there's a back to start button. So you just go on the navigation and you just go back to start, and it will either say along the same route or the fastest route, which is really good when I've been on like club rides and I don't really know where I am and I just want to go home. I'm like, no, I'm done with this. I just want to go home. It's not happened a lot, but when you do need it, it's so handy to have that. I want to get that in the background as I'm riding away up the hill. Goodbye, south of the island. So the climbs, I think they've exceeded my expectations of the length of some of them, the steepness of some of them. Yeah, quite a challenging place for the old climbs, so I will definitely be back. I want to explore all the climbs. I think it's a mixture between the lakes and Wales. This is a really good road. It's just for bikes and walkers now. I've just come through like a little gate. It has taken me a lot longer than I expected, just because I've been sitting around in the wind. Honestly, this is my thing of like, I love being out first thing in the morning till like last thing at night. I just love it. It's just like playing out to me. I've literally just come from around that corner and then just seen that. I was like, and I've got like a beautiful song playing. I was like, oh, this is so nice. That's my, I think that's a steam packet. I think that's my ferry. We are back at the ferry port. It was a lot of climbing. It was, I think it actually ended up being 2,400, just over 2,400 metres, 446k. It was a lot of climbing. I will definitely be back to do more of these climbs, and I'm not going to finish the video here because I want to take you back on the ferry with me. I just love getting on ferries. There's a slight change of plan. The ferry is not going tonight, it's been cancelled, and so we've all been put up in a hotel. I'm in a Premier. Woohoo! The bike is there. I'm happy. I think there was something wrong with the heating or something, so my day trip turned into a day and a night, so I can't complain. I've got, and I never had baths, I've run a bath. I'm gonna watch probably some Love Island. So yeah, that's good. It's actually quite a nice little end to the trip because I've got like a little night stay out of it. So that is it. Okay, so you're not going to see me on the ferry. I might add a little bit of ferry in the morning. Just means I've got to wear all this stuff. I've not brought anything else. I've had to buy a toothbrush. I've just got to wear all my sweaty gear tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. God bless. Little adventure, going on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure on the waves. This kind of feels like an old accent. Oh, hang on. Uh-oh. Wrong gear. Oh God, was that zoomed in? Oh no. That was bloody zoomed in. Oh.